In this story, Naruto will be the same age as Itachi, Minato will be a full-blooded Uchiha, and Kushina will be an Uzumaki Senju hybrid. This fanfiction will include a very strong Naruto, not immediately, and Naruto himself will also have siblings. I am not going to make it so Minato and Kushina neglect Naruto because personally I've never been a fan of that. I apologize beforehand for any timeline or age mistakes that may occur, because I plan to knock out 25 years between Hashirama's time and Tsunade's time, making her his daughter. Okay, enough talk, it's time for the story to start. Chapter 1. It was a bright sunny day in the village of Konoha and everything seemed to be perfect, and this was the case. 3 figures could be seen walking towards the Uchiha compound. The first was an average-height man with shoulder-length black hair and dark onyx eyes. He had a long-sleeved blue shirt on underneath a Konoha Jounin flak jacket. Over top of his flak jacket was a white garment which had red flames on the bottom and had 4th Hokage on the back in kanji. This man was the 4th Hokage Minato Uchiha. The second figure was about 5 feet 5 inches and had long red hair which reached down to her mid-back. She had beautiful violet eyes and had cream-colored skin. She was dressed in a white kimono. This lady was the Hokage's wife, Kushina Senju Uzumaki. The third was a boy who stood at about 4 feet 6 inches and was a bit tall for his age. He had spiky black hair with red highlights which reached down to his shoulders. Think of Madara haircut when he was a kid. He was wearing a blue t-shirt and black shorts with standard black sandals, along with the rest of his family. This boy was the son of the 4th Hokage and Kushina Senju Uzumaki, Naruto Uchiha. The 3 were on their way to visit the clan leader of the Uchiha clan, Fugaku, along with his pregnant wife Mikoto and her son Itachi, Naruto's best friend. 10 minutes later. Thank you, Hokage-sama, for granting the Uchiha more freedom within the village. It is much appreciated, said Fugaku. It's no problem, Fugaku-san. I understand that ever since the rule of Lord Second, the Uchiha clan has been greatly suppressed, so it only makes sense that they be allowed the same privileges as the rest of the clans. And please, Fugaku-san, we are of the same clan and had known each other for a long time. Call me Minato, the Hokage responded. Of course, Minato. Have you started Naruto's training yet? Actually, Kushina-chan and I have. I've been teaching him in nin and genjutsu while Kushina-chan has been training him the basics of kenjutsu and fuinjutsu along with taijutsu. Are you sure that is healthy, Minato? Naruto is only 6 and his body is still developing. Are you sure his body can handle the stress? Questioned Mikoto. I thought the same thing too, Mikoto, but Naruto himself told us that he is prepared enough for this training regiment, and with the body and stamina of the Uzumaki and Senju he can handle it. Minato responded. Naruto nodded with a small smile on his face to his father's response. The adults continued to converse among just one another while Naruto and Itachi started to talk about their plan for the academy when to start the best year until Kushina spoke up. I would like everyone's attention. She began. She blushed and looked at Minato and continued. I went to the hospital today to get myself checked up and the doctor told me the most wonderful news. She held her stomach and said to Minato, I'm pregnant, Pain. She stared with a smile. Minato could only stare at her with wide eyes after what he heard. It wasn't until Naruto ran across the room and hugged his mother when he snapped out of his shock. I'm going to be a father for the 2nd time, he practically yelled. And I'm going to be a mother, Pain. Kushina grinned. And I'm going to be a big brother, Naruto exclaimed with a trademark Uzumaki grin within his mother's grasp. Kushina then looked down to spot her oldest in her arms smiling at her, and she responded to his statement saying, You'll be the best big brother, my little maelstrom. You mean fish cake? Itachi noted, making Naruto unleash the famed Uzumaki temper. Listen here, Itachi team, I am not named after some kind of cake served on top of ramen, he yelled after hearing Naruto call Itachi a bastard. Kushina's motherly instincts kicked in, and her hair began to form 9 swaying tails. We do not call each other names, Naruto, she yelled, giving him a chop on top of the head. Naruto fell on the floor and rubbed his head where his mother had hit him. While Itachi and Mikoto giggled, Fugaku smiled and Minato gave a nervous laugh, not wanting to piss of his wife. Time skipped 6 months. Naruto and Itachi had both entered the academy together, and immediately took notice to how bad it was. The hidden villages were experiencing peace times due to the Third Great Shinobi War ending earlier that year. During these peacetimes, the academy standard was at an all-time low, with civilians starting to have more of a say in shinobi matters. But that wasn't the worst part. By far the worst thing at the academy was none other than fangirls. Both Naruto and Itachi had their fair share. "Hey Itachi," said Naruto. "Yes, Naruto?" asked Itachi. "I heard that Mikoto-sama gave birth to your brother." "Yes, she did." He wondered with a smile. "His name is Sasuke." "That's good to hear that Mikoto-sama and Sasuke are doing well. So Naruto, how's your Ka-san doing in terms of her pregnancy?" "Oh, don't get me started, Itachi. She's only 6 months along, and she's bloated like a whale. I know there's supposed to be a bump and all, but she'll..." Cut off by Itachi's laughing, he turned to his rival and asked, "What's so funny?" All Itachi could do was point to Naruto's other side where his mother was standing. "Ka-san, why are you here? I thought you'd be at home," questioned Naruto. "I was going to, but then your Two-san asked me to deliver a few scrolls to the academy when I overheard someone telling their friend that their Ka-san looks like a whale," she said, cranking her knuckles. At this point Naruto was sweating bullets. He was mentally going over the situation and how it would end, most of the outcomes of him being in the hospital. So with no other choice, he turned around and ran out of the academy to try and escape his mother's wrath. "Get back here, Naruto! When I'm through with you, you'll be lucky till walk again!" she yelled. Time skip 1 year. Naruto and Itachi had only been at the academy for 1 year when the Chunin teachers and Hokage both thought they would be ready for graduation. Currently the pair of boys are in the class 4 years ahead of them, learning their team placements. "Team 1 will be..." the Chunin instructor began. "Team 7 will be Irika, Anko Mitarashi, and Ginma. Team 8 will be Yugao Yuzuki, Renji Depasashi, and Hate. Team 9 will be Hana Izunaka, Itachi Uchiha, and Naruto Uchiha," he finished. "Your senseis will be here soon to pick you up and begin your training in becoming a great ninja. I wish you all good luck on your future journey and hope that one day you all can become something great and help protect Konoha," the Chunin instructor said. "Hi, sensei," the class echoed. With that, the instructor left the room and left the fresh genin to themselves. As soon as the man left, Itachi turned to Naruto and asked, "Naruto, how are the triplets doing?" Naruto smiles and answered, "They're great. Mito looks exactly like Ka-san and looks to be very hyperactive. Menma seems very calm and collective like Two-san, but has Ka-san's red hair and onyx eyes, also like Two-san. Finally there's Toko. She's a complete mix between both Ka-san and Two-san, having his hair and her eyes." "How old are they now?" continued Itachi. 9 months. "What about Sasuke?" responded Naruto, but before Itachi could continue, a puppy ran and jumped onto Naruto, causing him to fall over. "I'm so sorry, my ninja dog got away from me and he..." began the girl. "It's okay, it's not your fault," interrupted Naruto. "Okay, thank you so much for not getting angry at me or my ninja dog. By the way, I'm Hana Izunaka, your new squad mate," she said. "My name is Itachi Uchiha, and I'm Naruto Uchiha. Are you two cousins or something?" she asked. "No, Naruto and I are of the same clan, but we are not direct family." Naruto simply nodded at Itachi's explanation, while Hana sat down in between them. The three remained silent as the Jonin senseis started to come and pick up their genin teams until Hana spoke up. "Do you guys know who our Jonin sensei is?" Itachi was quick to speak up. "No, I have no idea." "Naruto?" "I don't know either. Two-san didn't inform me of the team selections or anything to do with the new batch of genin," he said. Just as he finished answering, Hana told her teammates she could hear some footsteps at the end of the hall coming towards them. Eventually the footsteps grew louder as they came closer to the door, and now both Naruto and Itachi could hear them too. There was a long pause when the footsteps reached the door. Once the door opened, Naruto began to fear for his life as he saw who his sensei was. "Hello Team 9, I'll be your sensei Tbane," she said. Chapter 2. "Ka-san, you're our teacher?" questioned Naruto. "Yes, I am Naruchan. Your father decided that it would be best to make me your teacher due to my knowledge in the ninja arts," she said. "Oh, I see. Where are the triplets?" he asked. "They're staying with my Ka-san for a couple hours until we're finished here," she answered. Kushina then turned to look at her team and said, "Meet me on the roof in 5 minutes so I can get to know you guys a bit better." With that, she used the teleportation jutsu to leave the classroom. Right as she left, Naruto stuck out his hand and teleported his squad to the roof too. On the roof. Well done, Naruto, I didn't know you learned the teleportation jutsu, Kushina said. Yatu-sen taught it to me because he said it was a useful skill to have. The boy responded. Well, he sure is right. Why don't we start with some introductions so I can get to know you guys a bit better? She stayed as she sat down. Sensei, why don't you tell us about yourself first? Hana asked. Kushina gave a nod before saying, My name is Kushina Uchiha, formerly Uzumaki Senju. My hobbies are cooking, cleaning, and doing my part to help raise my family. I like ramen, my family, and the village. I dislike perverts, being called names, and people who threaten my family. My dream has already become a reality. Your next Itachi. My name is Itachi Uchiha. My hobbies consist of training and learning from my Two-sen how to run a clan. My likes are fresh vegetables, my friends, and my family. I dislike steak, and my family's arrogance and violence. My dream is to one day become a great shinobi and protect my village. That is a great dream, Itachi. Okay, your turn, Hana, said Kushina. Okay, my name is Hana Izunaka. My hobbies are taking care of our dogs and learning the ways of our clan. I like my clan, our ninja dogs, and the village. I dislike perverts, traitors, and those people who think women are weak. My dream for the future is to one day become a strong kunoichi. And I hope you achieve that dream, Hana, exclaimed Kushina. Thank you, sensei, responded Hana. You turn, Naruto-chan. My name is Naruto Uchiha, the first son of the fourth Hokage Minato Uchiha and his wife Kushina Uzumaki Senju. My hobbies consist of gardening, training, and taking care of my siblings. I like my family, the 3 clans I hail from, and the village. I dislike traitors, and those who try and use others to gain power. My dream for the future is to protect my family and village from foes. He exclaimed, Those are wonderful dreams, you 3. But that out of the way, I need to tell you 3 we will not be doing a genin test because the Hokage and I both think you 3 are more than capable for the rank of genin. Each one of your skill sets complements one another, so when faced with a situation you guys can more easily overcome it. Kushina explained. Thank you, sensei. The 3 genin responded. Okay, I'll see all 3 of you on Training Ground 9 tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp. With those words she teleported away. After Kushina used the teleportation jutsu to teleport away, all of Team 9 went in their separate directions. With Naruto. Naruto was walking to the Hokage's office to ask his Two-sen about something that happened 9 months ago. Flashback. It was a cold October night, and the Leaf Village was in crisis due to the Kyuubi being released from its seal. Many shinobi and kunoichi were dying at the hand of the Kyuubi because they had no way to stop it. Currently, Naruto was running across the destroyed buildings trying to find his siblings. I must find them, I can't allow them to die. Since Two-san is fighting the Kyuubi and Ka-san is still recovering from childbirth and the extraction of the Kyuubi, so this duty falls to me. Naruto thought. All of a sudden the village went quiet and a few cheers could be heard in the distance, but Naruto shut out the noise. He needed to find his siblings. Naruto was almost about to jump into the tree line to head to the secret cave when he spotted his surrogate grandfather standing in front of an altar with a baby in his hand. Naruto quickly approached the former Hokage while he fell to a knee. Gigi, what's wrong? What happened? Where is everyone? Naruto asked, confused. Naruto, your father and I managed to reseal the Kyuubi, but in the process something went wrong. The initial seal failed, and since your father was occupied with keeping the Kyuubi under a genjutsu with the Sharingan, it only left me with one option, and that was to use the Reaper Death Seal. The third responded. Naruto, being taught seals at a young age by his mother, knew very well what the Reaper Death Seal was. Naruto couldn't believe it. His surrogate grandfather was going to die and he couldn't do anything about it. But Gigi, you can't die, Naruto said as he began to cry. Don't worry, Naruto. I've lived a very long life. I lived through 3 shinobi wars and have seen the rise of all the hidden villages. But Naruto, before I go, I must introduce you to your brother Menma. Naruto looked down at the little baby and cracked a small smile and turned back to Sarutobi. My time has come, Naruto. The Shinigami will be here soon to collect my soul. My final words to you, Naruto, will be to become strong and help defend the village from foes who threaten the peace. Naruto was now openly crying. I will, Gigi. I will honor your final words. As the third Hokage's eyes turned lifeless, Naruto's became red with 3 Tomio, but his eyes still began to morph, but this time it formed a 4-sided shuriken, a Beto Sharingan with 4 points. This eye was known as the Manjikyu Sharingan. Flashback N. Naruto had just arrived at the Hokage building and was waiting to enter his father's office to consult with him. Uchiha-san, Hokage-sama will see you now, said the secretary. Thank you. Naruto responded. Naruto walked into the office to see his two-sen filling out some paperwork and his shadow clones doing other various jobs in the large office. Hello Naruto, how was your first day as a genin of the Leaf? It was good two-san. I was put on the same team as Itachi and this is Uzumaki name's Hana. Yes Naruto, I know. I made the teams, remember. Minato sighed. Oh, I forgot. Naruto responded as he rubbed the back of his head. But yes, your team seems like it will be a good one. You are on the same team as the future Uchiha and Uzumaki heirs. But tell me Naruto, why are you here? Well, I was thinking about the day the Kyuubi escaped the seal and how something like that could have happened. Minato then made a hand seal and some insignia on the walls glowed for a few seconds and blinds covered the windows. Naruto, what I am about to tell you is top secret, and I'm only doing so since you are a shinobi of Konoha, a member of the Uchiha clan and above all my son. Minato stated, when your mother gave birth to the triplets a man managed to get past our defenses and get into the cave. He got hold of Mito and managed to separate me from Kushina, and since the seal was still not fully closed because of the birth of the triplets the Kyuubi was released. He continued, did you know who this man was who attacked Ka-san? Naruto asked, yes and no. The man said he was the infamous Madara Uchiha, but he is long dead. All I do know about him is that he is an Uchiha and possesses 1 Sharingan eye. Minato answered. Naruto was awestruck by what his father told him. He couldn't believe that an Uchiha, one of his many cousins, would attack his mother. How would he be able to get past the village's top Umbu members and get into a cave reinforced with seals? The masked man possessed a space-time ninjutsu, and I believe that the jutsu in question was associated with his Sharingan. Does anyone else know about this? Questioned Naruto. Yes, both Fugaku-san and Kushina do. I do not wish to inform the elders because they might try something against the Uchiha clan. I see, said Naruto. Yes, Fugaku is even trying to help me find this man by looking over the Uchiha clan members to see if it was one of them. But so far he hasn't had much luck. Okay, two-san, I should really get going. I want to do some training before we start doing missions tomorrow. No problem Naruto, I'll see you at home tonight. After that Naruto left to return to his training. Time skip 2 years. Naruto is 11. Team 9 had just came back from another successful B-rank mission, taking out a bandit camp at the border of the Land of Fire. All members of the team have grown at an exceptional rate. Itachi has grown to a height of 5 feet 6 inches. He has also got a bit more muscle mass over the 2 years. Hana's body has started to develop, making her more womanly, and she too has grown to a height of 5 feet 4 inches. But out of all the members of Team 9, Naruto had grown the most. He stood at 5 feet 8 inches and his shoulder-length hair had grown down to his mid-back. Think of Madara's hairstyle. He, like Itachi, had gained more muscle. But his attitude remains the same. Well done Team 9, you all did your jobs wonderfully. But before we all leave today, I want to tell you all that I have recommended you 3 for the upcoming Chunin exams, explained Kushina. Thank you, Sensei, the 3 genin said. Don't worry, the pleasure is all mine. You guys will be the first Konoha genin team to participate in the Chunin exams since the Shinobi War. Wow, that is quite the honor. Itachi spoke up. The Chunin exams will begin in a month's time. I'll see you all later. I need to report the mission to the Hokage. With that, Kushina teleported away, leaving the genin to themselves. Okay guys, I have to go too. My mom has been teaching me new clan techniques and I don't want to be late. Hana said as she started to run away. Once Hana was out of sight, Naruto spoke up. Hey Itachi, want to have a spar? Itachi looked at him and smiled. You're on fish cake. Damn it Itachi, come on, let's go to Training Ground 9 so I can kick your ass. Training Ground 9. Okay, no killing blows or any jutsu above B rank, agreed? Asked Naruto. Agreed, responded Itachi. Alright, let's begin. Naruto, after finishing his sentence, charged at Itachi to try and get close to use his superior taijutsu to get the upper hand on Itachi. Itachi, knowing this, activated his Sharingan and casted a genjutsu onto Naruto. Naruto noticed right away he was in a genjutsu because he made the mistake of looking Itachi in the eyes. Damn it, Naruto thought, I'll have to flare my chakra to escape. Naruto put his hands together to make a hand seal and yelled Kai. Instantly the illusion was replaced with reality, and Itachi threw some shuriken at Naruto. Earth style, earth wall jutsu, said Naruto, blocking the shuriken. Fire style, great fireball jutsu, spoke Itachi as he launched a fireball the size of a small house at Naruto. Water style, water wall jutsu. Itachi's fireball was put out by Naruto's water wall, and both jutsus created a layer of steam over the training ground. Itachi smiled at this because he knew with his Sharingan he would be able to detect Naruto and attack him while he is blind. You're going to need to activate your Sharingan to match me in these conditions, Naruto. Itachi spoke. Naruto just stayed silent and remained in the same spot as Itachi maneuvered himself behind him. Itachi then rose his kunai to Naruto's until it was an inch away from him and spoke once again. It's over, Naruto, I win. Naruto just smiled and pointed behind Itachi as he bursted into a cloud of smoke. No, Itachi, I win, said a voice behind Itachi. Itachi smiled and asked, how did you do it? Naruto put his kunai back into his ninja pouch and began to explain. Once our two jutsu clashed, I infused as much chakra as I could into the water wall, so when it along with the fireball jutsu broke, it would create a chakra-infused steam throwing off the Sharingan and allowing me to masquerade myself through the steam unseen. And to find you in the steam was easy due to my censoring ability. I just had to look where the largest source of chakra was in the nearby area. That was pretty impressive, fish cake. Naruto just made an annoyed grunt and said, Okay, Itachi, I promised the triplets that I'd play a few rounds of tag with them, so I'll see you around. See you later. Hokage's house. Nisan, you're home, yelled Mito at the top of the stairs before Naruto knew it. His three siblings had tackled him to the ground. It's good to see you three. You guys haven't been causing too much trouble for Tusan while Kasan and I were gone, did you? Of course not, Nisan. We've been doing as we were told, explained Naruto. Yeah, Menma added. That's very good to hear. After a few minutes of talking, the four children went into the kitchen to see if dinner was ready to find Minato Uchiha sitting at the table reading a book. Hello, Naruto. Kushina informed me on how the mission went. Congratulations. Thank you, Tusan, Naruto said as he sat down with the rest of his siblings. An hour or so later, everyone had finished eating and was ready to leave until Minato stopped them. I have an announcement to make. Naruto, after talking it over with your Ka-san and your Oba-san, we decided to name you the new Senju clan heir. Chapter 3. Are you guys serious? You want to make me the leader of the Senju clan? Spoke Naruto. Yes, Naruto, we would like you to be the clan heir when you reach the age of 16, responded Minato. Thank you so much, Tusan, Ka-san, Naruto shouted as he bear hugged both his parents. With that aside, you have a mission tomorrow, Naruto. You and your squad are going to deliver an important document to the rebel forces in Kirigakure, said Minato as he got out of Naruto's hug. Okay, Tusan, thank you for telling me. After being informed of his upcoming mission, Naruto went off to prepare his things and do some last-minute training exercises. Senju Clan Training Ground. Naruto could be seen experimenting with different fighting styles to see which one fitted him the best, and combining different jutsu to see if he can make a more powerful attack. Let's try water and lightning, Naruto thought as he flashed through hand seals. The result of combining both of the elements surprised Naruto as they both went hand in hand by forming an electrically charged stream of water. Wow, though not at the same level as the famed storm release, this will still be useful on the battlefield, he said. Next, Naruto tried both lightning and earth nature transformations, and it resulted in a complete failure. Both chakras collapsed under each other and made the attempted jutsu ineffective. It would seem someone must possess a bloodline to wield both elements together, maybe someone from Iwagakure. Why don't we try earth and water chakras next? Naruto stated what happened after those words not anyone could have predicted. Once Naruto's hands hit the ground, a few wooden spikes shot up from the ground. No way! I have the wood release. Maybe Oba-san can help me with it. She is the daughter of the first Hokage and my grandmother, she might know something. Inside the Senju main house, Tsunade Senju was relaxing having a glass of sake when her grandson bursted to rough the door. Oba-san, I have to tell you something, it is really urgent. What is it, Naruto? She said while sipping her sake. I was combining different chakra natures until I combined both earth and water chakras, and I did a few hand signs when out of nowhere wooden spikes shot out of the ground. Tsunade spat out her sake in response to Naruto's words. Naruto listened closely. You must not tell anyone about this, not even you two-san. If the elders hear that you have the famed wood release, they will stop at nothing to create more loyal holders of this Kekkai Genkai, she stated. What about my friends? He tried to counter-argue. No, we can't have them finding out. I know Itachi and his family are very trustworthy, but it has come to the council's knowledge that the Uchiha may plan a coup. Fugaku will not be planning the coup in this story, the Uchiha elders will. In this process, the Uchiha clan will be divided. Fugaku has done his best to put the elders on the right track, but it hasn't worked, and if they were to find out about this, they may try and corrupt you into joining their cause. She shot back. Okay, I understand, Oba-san, but I have something more to ask. What would that be, Naruto? If it's okay with you, I'd like to see great-grandfather's scrolls on the wood release. That is fine, Naruto, but if you are ever to train with it, you must do it here, okay? Okay, Oba-san, I promise. The next morning, both Naruto and his team had already left the village on their mission. Team 9 hasn't encountered any problems on their route thus far, but they were now approaching Kiri territory and didn't know what to expect. Naruto, do you sense anything close to us? No, I don't, sensei. He responded. What about you, Hana? Can you smell anything? Yes, sensei, it is very faint, but I can smell something. The scent leads into the forest ahead. Well done, Hana. Then, Hana was about to say, hold on, I sense 4 signatures on the right. Naruto yelled as barrages of shuriken were thrown at the squad. All 4 squad members managed to dodge the incoming shuriken with ease. Both squads of shinobi landed on parallel branches across from each other, and were looking each other down. You will not go past this point. These are Kirigakure's borders, and you do not have Mizukage-sama's permission to pass, stated one of the now identified Kirigakure loyalist shinobi. Yet to disrespect us is to disrespect Mizukage-sama, stated another. Great loyalists. Kushina grumbled to herself. Turn back now and no harm will come to you, said the leader of the Mist Shinobi. Sorry, buddy, but we got a mission and I plan to get paid, yelled Naruto. Fine, have it your way then. Kagoki, go to camp and get reinforcements, said the leader. Naruto, intercept that messenger, will take the other 3 now, go, yelled Kushina. Naruto immediately ran in the same direction of the loyalist messenger and hoped to take him out before he could reach their camp. Water style, water bullet jutsu, said the most shinobi just ahead of Naruto. Naruto managed to dodge the shinobi's attack with relative ease and kept on his tail. Wind style, wind cutter, exclaimed Naruto as 3 blades of wind were sent in the mist shinobi's direction. The first blade of wind missed him by an inch, hitting the tree next to him. The second cut the branch under his feet, which caused him to jump in the line of the third wand blade. ARRG, screamed the shinobi as his left arm was cut off his body. The shinobi managed to burn it shut with a simple fire jutsu to stop him from bleeding out. Water style, water bullet, yelled the shinobi. Once the shinobi released the jutsu behind him, he waved his single arm, but Naruto did not pick up on anything. Fire style, fireball jutsu, said Naruto as he shot his jutsu at the water bullets. The fire jutsu ended up being stronger than the water jutsu and evaporated it. But to Naruto's surprise, the attack didn't end there. Inside the water jutsu were various shuriken flying straight towards him. Naruto did what he could to avoid them but had no luck. One of the shuriken ended up hitting him in the leg, making him stumble on top of a tree branch. Damn it, with this wound I won't be able to catch him. I'm sorry, Obasan, but I need to use it. Wood style, wood spikes, Naruto yelled before the enemy shinobi could act. A wooden spike pierced his back and rapidly grew inside him, instantly killing him. The shinobi's lifeless corpse flew through the air and landed in a nearby bush away from sight. Okay, time to regroup with TH, Naruto thought as he collapsed onto the ground. Naruto looked up to see a girl with long auburn hair no older than him looking at him, almost like she was studying him. Naruto blushes noticing that he wasn't wearing a shirt or pants, only his underwear, and tried his best to cover himself up. "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are you staring at me? I'm half naked!" screamed Naruto. "I was treating your wound, Baka!" yelled the girl with a slight blush. "Oh yeah, I forgot about that," he responded, rubbing the back of his head. "Now be still so I can continue," she stated. "Okay, by the way, my name is Naruto, thank you for saving me. My name is Mei and there is no need for thanks. But just remember you owe me one." Okay, he said, rolling his eyes. Mei and Naruto continued to get to know each other until the rest of Team 9 arrived. "Where's my baby?" Kushina yelled as it echoed through the whole camp. Naruto and Mei both sweat dropped as a red-haired lady burst into the medical tent and bear-hugged Naruto. "Oh my lord, my baby, are you hurt? Did you lose the fight? What happened?" "I'm fine, Ka-san. Mason here patched up my wounds. As for what happened in the forest, I ended up catching the messenger and took care of him." "Well done, Naruchan. If you didn't catch that messenger, we would have all been dead or captured, and for that myself and the rest of Team 9 are in your debt to paying," she stated. "It was no problem, Ka-san. I did what had to be done. Okay, we'll stay in the rebel camp for a few days to allow you and the rest of Team 9 to rest," Kushina said as she left the tent. Naruto just put his head back into his pillow and started to rest because his body needed it. 2 days later, Naruto was in a field practicing his kenjutsu stances when all of a sudden he sensed someone 50 meters behind him. "Show yourself," Naruto said. "How did you know I was there?" "I suppressed my chakra as much as I could." "How?" spoke an irritated Mei. "Well, you see, Mei, I've always been able to sense chakra signatures, big and small. Hell, I can even see the chakra flowing through the trees and the grass," he explained. "Wow, is it a Kekkei Genkai?" she questioned. "I don't think so. Others have it, and they're not related to me in any way." "I see. Do you have any Kekkei Genkai, Mei?" She nodded her head and spoke. "Yes, I have too." "Wow, really? Can you show me?" Mei began to flash through hand seals and spoke. "Lava style, lava ball jutsu." Without warning, a lava ball shot out of her mouth and landed on the ground. Once the ball in question hit the ground, it started to sizzle and destroy the ground below it. But without the two's knowledge, Naruto's Sharingan subconsciously activated for a second and turned off. "Wow, Mei, that's really impressive," Naruto said with a smile. "Show's not over yet, Naruto. Steam style, steam wave jutsu." All the nearby grass and trees saturated to corrode just like with the lava jutsu. "Man, that's one destructive Kekkei Genkai," Naruto stated, sighing at the destroyed field. "Yeah, it is. Do you have a Kekkei Genkai, Naruto?" "Yes, I do, but it is not an elemental one," he lied. Naruto activated the famed Sharingan, which caused Mei to blush a deep red. "Oh my god, he looks amazing with those eyes." Mei, you there?" "Oh yes, I'm fine." "Okay, just making sure. What does the Sharingan do anyway?" "Well, it can copy Tai, Nin, and Genjutsu, allowing the user to use the jutsu they saw. It can see chakra, and it can also help me predict an opponent's next move. For example, if an opponent was going to punch me, the Sharingan will predict whether the punch will come at me on the left or right side." "Oh, okay, I get it. Can you copy Kekkei Genkai with your eyes?" "I'm not sure, I never really tried to." "Okay, well, let's see then. Lava style, lava ball jutsu." Naruto activated his Sharingan just as Mei started her hand seals. "Lava style, lava ball jutsu," Naruto said as lava came out his mouth. "No way, you can use the lava style too. I guess let's try the steam style. Okay, here we go. Steam style, steam wave jutsu." Naruto tried to copy the steam jutsu, but he had no luck with it. "I guess that means you have the lava style as a separate Kekkei Genkai then," explained Mei. "I guess I do." Naruto stood there for a minute staring at his hand and then clutched it. "Yes, he is," he yelled. Mei was a little taken back by the behavior of Naruto, and sweat dropped at his attitude. Naruto was so happy he didn't even notice himself grasp Mei in a hug and give her a kiss. This action, of course, caused Mei to blush and then faint. A few days later, It was time for Team 9 to return to Konoha, and Mei and Naruto were saying goodbye to each other. Though it was rather hard since both have grown very fond of each other and wish the other could still be with them. I'll miss you, Naruto. Remember to go over the fire release and water release scrolls I gave you. Once finished with those, start on the scroll for lava release, okay? Said Mei. Got it, Mei. The next time you see me I'll be a master at the element, he said with a grin on his face. You better, she whispered in his ear. Mei then gave Naruto a peck on the cheek and went back into the rebel camp while Naruto just stood there wide-eyed. No one else could see it though because Naruto's long hair was in the way. Come on, Naruto, we got to get back to Konoha to prepare for the Chunin exams, said Hana. Naruto just cracked a small smile and ran off to his teammates. Alright, let's go, he said with a smile outside Konoha. You okay, Naruto? You've been smiling for quite a long time. We're almost at the gate, asked Itachi. Oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine, just got something on my mind is all, he responded. It's probably when Mei kissed him, said Hana. What, how'd you know? Naruto asked frantically. Hana just pointed to her ear and responded. Advanced hearing. Before Naruto could say anything, Kushina butted in. So my little Naruto-chan found himself a girlfriend, eh? Naruto in response blushed a deep red and turned away from his mother. Come on, Naruto-chan, is she your girlfriend? Itachi asked with a smile. Naruto just groaned in response to Itachi's question. This is going to be a long walk, he thought. Hokage's household. Ni-san, you're home, yelled two energetic girls running down the stairs. Oof, it's good to see you too. How have you been? Naruto questioned as he got tackled to the ground. I've been good, Ni-san. Mito and I unlocked our chakra today, Naruto stated. At the age of 3? Very impressive, you two, Naruto said as he ruffled their heads. Yatu-sen was very proud of us too, piped up Mito. What about Menma? Both girls looked at each other before looking back at Naruto. He didn't unlock his chakra today, but Tu-san told him that everyone is different in terms of that stuff, explained Mito. Yeah, he's been in his room all day, said Naruto. Okay, you two stay down here and I'll go talk to him. Naruto walked up the stairs when he noticed some light sobbing coming from Menma's room. He creaked open the door to see Menma on his bed sobbing. Hey there, Otuto, everything okay? No, it's terrible. I can't unlock my chakra no matter how hard I try. Tu-san says it's 'cause I'm different from the rest, he said in between sobs. It might be because of the fox that he can't access his chakra. Here, Menma, let me try something. Do me a favor and try and activate your chakra. Menma nodded and did as he was instructed. What Naruto saw with his Sharingan confirmed his theory. Whenever Menma's chakra would start to surface, the Kyuubi chakra would push it back down. Maybe if I apply a little bit of would-release chakra, it could suppress it long enough for Menma to unlock his chakra. Naruto stuck out his hand and touched Menma's stomach. A minute or so later, Menma started to get overjoyed. Ni-san, I did it! My chakra, it's unlocked! Well done, Otuto. I couldn't have done it without you, Ni-san. Naruto smiles and said. Want to go get some ramen to celebrate? Of course. Okay, I'll go get Mito and Naruto, and we'll be off. A few minutes passed and all three of Naruto's siblings were gathered at the door ready to go. Okay guys, let's go, Naruto said as him and his sisters left the house. Immediately Naruto notices Menma was not with them, and asked the girls to wait as he went back and went to go get him. Menma, why didn't you leave the house with the rest of us? I didn't leave because the villagers look at me funny. Naruto figured they looked at him this way because he is the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, but he never tell Menma that. Menma, the villagers stare at you because they're jealous of how great of a ninja you're going to become. Really? Menma asked with his confidence restored. Yes, of course. Will I become a better ninja than you and I-san? Naruto bent down eye level with Menma and said, Of course you will, Otuto. Chapter 4. Naruto could be seen inside Hashirama's old office within the Senju compound going through various scrolls about different jutsu and fighting styles. Naruto was looking for the next would-release scroll in the short series Hashirama made. He kept digging until he found a tan-looking scroll that had kanji for 2 on it. I wonder what this is. Maybe it's some of Lord Second's jutsu, he thought. Naruto then opened the scroll and read Hashirama's notes for a minute until he realized something. Hey, these aren't notes on the second Hokage, they're notes on the second Tsuchikage. Naruto continued to look through the scroll and found some interesting text. During my experiences against I had noticed that he had many abilities that did not require a Kekkai Genkai. Mu was able to turn completely invisible with the advanced camouflage technique and covering up his chakra his a modified chakra suppression seal. He was also able to fly by pumping air chakra through his feet and changing his density with a special earth jutsu, hand seals below. Naruto stopped reading after that and decided that it would be very beneficial if he were able to learn these techniques and able to apply them to real-world situations. Senju Training Ground. Naruto spawned a shadow clone to try and sense him while he did the camouflage technique. The clone closed his eyes and stood still for a couple of minutes before it opened its eyes again with the Sharingan, looked around before poofing away and poofed away. The memories of the clone were sent back to Naruto, and he noticed immediately that the clone detected no chakra signature of the real Naruto, or any sign of him when he looked with the Sharingan. Naruto came to the conclusion that because of the Senju perfect chakra control it allowed him to remain hidden. Now it's time for the levitation notes in the book. He mentally said Naruto again spawned some clones to work on the levitation, while he learned the special jutsu to change density. A few hours passed of the training regimen Naruto was putting himself through, and he had made tremendous progress in replicating Mu's techniques. My clones had finished learning how to hover above the ground and I have almost completed the special earth jutsu, and I still have a quarrel of a day left to do it. Things are going amazing. He thought. A few minutes passed and Naruto took a deep breath. Okay, time to try this out. Naruto flashed through a few hand seals and then he was levitating off the ground and invisible. Wow, it's actually working. This is awesome, Naruto said to himself. Naruto then released the jutsu and started to work more on his wood release and lava release until he was called for a team meeting. Training Ground 9. Okay, you guys, in the past 2 years that we were a squad we had achieved many things as a team and individually. Hana, you found out how to incorporate various different elemental jutsu with your clan techniques. Itachi, you had unlocked your Sharingan and learned various types of jutsu. And you, Naruto, had discovered that you possessed the lava release and developed a new fighting style just today, explained Kushina. What really, sensei, what kind of style is it? Asked Itachi with a raised brow. Kushina just shook her head and responded. I have a feeling that Naruto-chan is saving it for the Chunin exams, so I won't give it away. Naruto breathed a sigh of relief when his mother said she won't spoil it, and then continued listening to the announcement. Okay, for the Chunin exams you are to report to room 301 at the academy tomorrow at noon. There you will take the first exam. But in these exams I offer a word of warning: killing is legal in these exams, so always have each other's back, you guys. She continued. Hi, sensei. All three echoed. Alright, Twain. The next day at the academy. Okay guys, are you ready for these exams? Asked Hana. Of course we are, Naruto said while Itachi simply nodded. The three genin approached room 301 and noticed that many other teams have already settled inside. The three took a seat all beside each other. Some time passed and all the genin were accounted for and ready to take the exam. Naruto was currently looking around the room and studying the various genin. He noticed that among the group there were some who had already made a name for themselves. There was the granddaughter of the Tsuchikage Kuratsuchi. There was Deidara of the Explosion Release, Darui of the Storm Release, and themselves. Since all of the hidden villages just came out of a war, the genin seemed to act very bitter towards each other. Naruto noticed that he in particular caught the eye of the Awagakure genin's malice and hate, probably because of what his father did during the Third Shinobi War. The Kumobakure genin didn't look too fond of him either, probably due to the incident with his mother when they tried to kidnap her but failed. The genin waited another minute or so and a tall man walked in who had scars all over his face and was wearing a black trench coat. This man was named Ibiki, the proctor of the first exam. Also multiple Konoha Chunin went in to sit all around the room. Alright, listen up, you genin. You will all be taking the piece of paper in front of you and filling out all the questions on it for the first exam. You have 1 hour to do so. You cheat, you fail. You get below a 50%, you fail. Got it, he explained sternly. Hi, the genin responded. Okay, begin. said Ibiki once he heard Ibiki. Naruto looked down at his paper and noticed that these questions they were asking were very advanced and were questions a genin wouldn't know. It was after this realization that Naruto noticed that one by one genin were being escorted outside of the testing area, probably because they failed the exam. Naruto continued to study the room and noticed that there were 3 Konoha genins sitting 2 rows in front of them. What I thought Kasan said we were the only Konoha genin team to enter this year's exams. But what shocked Naruto the most about them was the fact that they were completing the test with relative ease. It was at this moment it clicked in Naruto's head, those genin must be Chunin in disguise, which means that the whole point of this test is to cheat of them or information gather. Naruto looked over to Itachi, who seemed to have figured it out too. Naruto then flashed his Sharingan at Itachi and Itachi knew what to do straight away. However, Hana didn't possess the necessary tools for this type of thing. Naruto waited for the next genin to get all mad because he failed the test and was being escorted out. It was at this moment Naruto loaded a kunai in his desk with one of the reflective sides facing Hana. Hana of course knew right away what Naruto was trying to do. Team 9 was now working in perfect sync. Naruto and Itachi would copy the Chunin in front of them using the Sharingan, and Hana would look at the kunai and get the answers from Naruto. This continued until the hour was up and a little under half of the genin remained. Eventually the hour of testing passed, and Ibiki walked to the center of the room and spoke. There's one last question you must take in order to pass this exam. But if you want to take this question and fail, you cannot become a Chunin for the rest of your shinobi career. However, if you do not want to take this question, you may leave the examination room and be allowed to take the Chunin exams in 6 months if you so choose. Team by team, most of the genin left, not wanting to put their promotion on the line. Naruto looked over to Hana and Itachi, and they all silently agreed that they will stay and take the question. Eventually it came down to 6 teams that elected to stay and take the question. Ibiki sighed, thinking out of the 27 genin teams that entered that there would be more than 6 taking his final question. Okay, you all passed the first exam, congratulations. Ibiki spoke. That's it? Questioned Naruto. Yep, as shinobi and Kunichi you all must put your lives on the line and make hard choices. The question was a test to see if you were willing to risk being a genin for all your shinobi for your promotion to Chunin. Just as they finished, fairly tall yellow-haired man wearing a Konoha headband walked through the door. Hello remaining teams, I am Inoichi Yamanaka and I will be the proctor for the second exam. Report to Training Ground 44 for the second part of the Chunin exams, he said as he teleported away. One by one each team ran in the direction of Training Ground 44 while Team 9 just used the teleportation jutsu to get there. Training Ground 44. Some time passed and all of the teams arrived and were standing around the proctor to get their instructions for the second exam. Okay, listen up because I'm only going to say this once. This is Training 44, also known as the Forest of Death. Many who go in there do not come back out alive, so always be aware of your surroundings. The goal of this test is to make it to the center of the forest where the watchtower lies in 3 days. No outside food or water is allowed in the forest, nor any soldier pills. The teleportation jutsu will be restricted because it may make the exam too easy. You will each start at one of the many gates situated around the training ground. Be careful, there are a lot of traps and things in place to throw you off your it. The genin nodded in response to Inoichi's words. It took some time for the genin to get themselves in position, but after that they were let into the forest. Team 9 was in a line hopping through the trees with Itachi at the front to spot any incoming enemies with the Sharingan, Hana in the middle with her dog to see if she could smell any enemies or other things, and Naruto at the back sensing the surrounding area for enemies or threats. Itachi, do you see anything up there? Naruto asked. No, I don't got a read on anyone. How about you, Hana? No, I haven't picked up any. Oh. Wait. I got something. Really, which team is it? Piped up Naruto. It smells like that team of Rain genin who sat behind us in the first exam. Alright, stop here, we'll see if we can avoid conflict with them, said Itachi. All of Team 9 hid themselves on top of a nearby tree to avoid the confrontation with the Rain genin. A few moments passed and the Rain team hopped across a close-by branch and kept going. Fire style, fireball jutsu, yelled one of the Rain genin, sending the fireball straight towards Team 9. All 3 members of Team 9 dodged the fire jutsu by jumping down to face the Rain genin in a frontal attack. Itachi's fight. Itachi landed in front of the genin and tried to slash him with his kunai, but the genin reacted quick and countered Itachi's attack with her own kunai. The two engaged in a battle to see who could get the first clean hit on the other. The rain genin kept slashing in a random pattern, making it harder for the Sharingan to predict his movements. This slash fight continued until the enemy genin managed to make a small cut across Itachi's cheek. Itachi then grabbed the genin's outstretched arm and shanked his kunai into it. Aya! The genin yelped in pain. Itachi used this opportunity to jump back away from the close engagement because it is not his strong point, and if he continued in a fight like that he would fire out quicker. So Itachi ran through hand signs and spoke. Water style, wild water wave jutsu. Out of Itachi's mouth rode a mid-sized wave going straight for the rain genin. The rain genin only had one option, and that was to jump up, which he did. Once the genin jumped in the air, he was exposed and had little defenders against a ranged attack. Lightning style, thunderclap jutsu. Said Itachi. Out of Itachi's hands came two blades of lightning rushing at the rain genin. Once the blades hit him, they managed to jumpstart his heart, shutting down the organ, killing him. Hana's fight. Hana stood eye to eye with the male rain genin with her ninja dog at her side. There was lengthy pause between the two because Hana was trying to study the genin and see by his body type how he would fight. Hana finished her analysis and figured that due to the genin's small figure he would rely mostly on ninjutsu or genjutsu if he possessed any. Hana smiled inwardly at this because she knew she couldn't get a better opponent. Hana was extremely good at taijutsu, which meant if she got up close she would most likely be the victor. Come on, Ian, let's show him what we got. On naming Hana's dog Ian, all of a sudden Hana and her dog partner Ian sprinted at the male genin with high speeds, hoping to end the fight quickly. The rain genin saw this and retaliated with the earth jutsu. Earth style, earth dome jutsu. A dome then erupted out of the ground and covered the genin from Hana's sight. But Hana and Ian still continued with their attack at the dome. They continued and then the heard yelling inside the dome. Earth style, earth cannon jutsu. Without warning, a hole sprouted open where Hana was attacking and out flew a mid-sized boulder, only missing Hana by a few inches. Immediately after seeing the genin's jutsu, Hana and Ian jumped back to avoid another attack. Hana waited behind a tree with Ian about 20 meters away from the earth dome, but Hana made it so she was still visible to the genin inside it. A few minutes passed and the earth dome hadn't attacked. Hana assumed it was because the dome would only attack if something hit it first. Without warning, Hana threw explosive kunai at the dome, lodging the kunai into it. The explosion of the explosive tag soon followed, and what happened surprised her to no end. The dome was heavily damaged but seemed to be putting itself back together. Interesting, maybe if I were to use my new jutsu on the front of it, so the user would have to focus all of his chakra on repairing it there, and Ian did it on the back, the dome may collapse. Hana thought, ninja art, man-beast mimicry. Soon Ian turned into an exact replica of Hana from head to toe but still stood on all fours. Alright Ian, ninja art, fang over fang. Instantly both Hana and Ian stayed spinning around in the air, hurling themselves at the earth dome. Once Hana hit it, the rain genin did as she predicted and pumped all his chakra into the front of the dome in a struggle to repair it. But little did the genin know this left open an opportunity for Ian to break it from the back, which she did. The dome broke and both Hana and Ian converged onto the genin from either side, hitting him directly from both angles. The Uzunaka jutsu ended up destroying most of the genin's bones, one of which was his spine. Naruto's fight. Naruto was at a level with the last rain genin, who appeared to Naruto as a very well-rounded opponent. You're the Hokage's eldest son, right? Asked the rain genin. Yes, what of it? Naruto returned. Nothing, just that leader-sama has plans for the one they call Menma. Naruto was a little bit taken back by learning that the hidden rain has plans for his younger brother, and was very much wanting to get answers out of the rain genin. What do you mean that your leader has plans for my younger brother? Naruto questioned. That is none of your concern, Uchiha. Leader-sama has tasked me personally with a very important job. And what would that be exactly? To kill you, Naruto Uchiha. With those words, the rain genin lunged at Naruto, hoping to be able to deliver a killing blow to him, but the rain genin had no such luck. Naruto sidestepped with his Sharingan active, allowing him to react at a quicker rate. The rain genin put all his force in a kick aimed at Naruto's face. Naruto jumped in the air, catching the genin's kick under his arm, filling the genin into the stone ground. The genin couldn't move from all the pain Naruto caused him, so he could only just lay there. Not much time passed before Naruto was looking down at him, preparing to tell him something. Listen and listen close, Rain Genin. I will send you off with a message for your so-called leader Sama. Tell him that if he chooses to harm my family, or especially my little brother, I will kill him. If he enters this village, I will kill him. And if he tries anything at all, I will kill him. Now go back to your village and tell him if he tries anything, I will be here waiting. With those words, the Rain Genin bursted into a cloud of smoke and seemingly left the training ground. After a few minutes passed, Hana and Itachi walked over and saw that Naruto had just finished his fight and was standing looking out into the forest. He then slowly began to tilt his head to the side to get his teammates into view and spoke. Let's go and get to the tower. Within a second, all 3 squad members vanished into the dense forest. A couple hours later, being that they were the first squad to complete the second exam, they were allowed back into the lead village to do as they pleased until the announcement would be made notifying them of who advanced and who didn't. Naruto was roaming the village with a lot on his mind about what the genin said. He had already told his father in his office, and he had assigned a few more ANBU guards to Menma, and has taken more precautions on who can come in and out of the Leaf Village. Naruto continued down the quartz road, passing some of the clan compounds on the way until he spotted young Menma practicing with some weapons and looking as it was having great success. Naruto began walking in his brother's direction until he sensed another chakra signature. Naruto immediately put up his guard and was ready to take this person down until he noticed something. This chakra signature was too small to be any assassin or hired killer. He then went on further inspection and noticed that this chakra signature was the Hyuga Ernest Hinata Hyuga. Her presence around Menma raised a lot of eyebrows for Naruto, but then he sensed the emotions she was feeling towards him. They were happiness and love. It didn't take Naruto long to see what was going on. So Menma has gotten himself a fangirl, Naruto said to himself. Naruto then smiled and started to walk the opposite way, not wanting to disturb. Chapter 5. It was getting late, and Naruto was finally over and done with the second exam. They called his team back to the tower to discuss who would be facing who in the third exam. Naruto was surprised when he found out that only 7 people advanced into the final exam, those being his team, the IWA team, and some mystery shinobi from the Land of Grass. Personally, Naruto didn't really mind the competition because he always snuck out new challenges, always trying to better himself and everything. But currently Naruto had been called to his father's office regarding some business with an allied village. He overheard some fellow shinobi say that the Mist rebels have shown up asking for help with their civil war. Of course, after hearing of this news, Naruto was overjoyed. He finally would be able to see Mei again. He then picked up the pace to get to the Hokage's building. A few minutes later, Naruto was walking towards the door when all of a sudden he heard a voice. This voice reminded him of all the good in the world and made him feel goosebumps. Of course, Naruto knew right away whose voice it was, but was still puzzled why she was here. Naruto opened the door to see his father behind his desk, 2 ANBU guards by his side, and a handful of Mist rebels, one being Mei. "Hello Mei, how've you been?" he greeted. "Not so good, Naruto. We've been struggling to fight back against Yugura and his regime, and we hope that the Hidden Leaf can help us in terms of manpower," she responded. Naruto nodded his head to what Mei was saying, and when she was finished he spoke. "I see what you need, but where do I fit in all of this?" With this, Minato spoke up. "Well, you see, Naruto, you have been showing great progress with your training and in the Chunin exams thus far, and because of this, Mei here has requested that you be put on the team to go assist her and the rebels with Yugura." "I see, but what of the Chunin exams? Will I be dropped out and have to take it again when I get back?" questioned Naruto. Minato sat down in his chair before delivering Naruto the news. "Listen, Naruto, you by far exceed the expectations we have in the village for Chunin and even Jonin, and you have made great strides in training and overall experience on the battlefield, so with the suggestion of the elders and the go-ahead from your mother, I've decided to make you an official Jonin of the Leaf." Naruto couldn't believe it. He was now a Jonin. He couldn't wait to tell his friends and siblings and all those who believed in him from the start. But before Naruto could celebrate, he was interrupted by his father. "Back to business. We still would like for you to be one of the Konoha shinobi to go to the Mist and help in taking down Yugura and his loyalists." continued Minato. Naruto smiled. I'll do whatever I can to help. Good to hear, but in the meantime, could you please show Miss Terumi around the village? Cabs show her what Konoha has to offer, said Minato. Naruto just motioned Mei to follow him out of the office and onto the streets. On the streets on Konoha a few minutes later, Naruto and Mei were walking side by side down the quartz path of the clan section of Konoha. Naruto wished to show Mei a place just outside the Uchiha compound which he would always go and train and meditate. It took a few minutes, but they finally arrived at the location. The scenery was divine. The beautiful sunset was plastered in the sky on the opposite side of the lake with trees and flower beds surrounding the space. Wow, Naruto, this really does look amazing. Who would have thought that the Leaf Village could be so nice? Said Mei. Yes, I know, Mei, I really do like it here too. This place allows me to concentrate and feel relief from the outside world. Listen, Naruto, I want to apologize for dragging you out of the Chunin exams for our rebellion's cause. It was I who recommended you for the task, she said with her head down. Don't be, I would have done it even if my name wasn't brought up. No one should have to live under the oppression you and the Kekkei Genkai users of the mist live under, so in other words, I'm happy to help. Thank you, Naruto, this means a lot. Don't mention it. Naruto, there's one more thing I wish to tell you. And what's that? When you came to the mist the one time was the happiest time of my life because I finally found someone who understands me and has the same abilities that I have. Same here, May I too think th. Naruto was about to continue, but he was interrupted. Wait, what I'm trying to say is that I love you. Naruto was shocked. He too had a thing for Mei when they first met, but never decided to act on it because he thought she would never return those feelings, but on the inside he was jumping for joy. I feel the same way, Mei, he said, looking into her eyes. Why you do? Yes, ever since that time we spent together in the mist I too developed feelings. The two then started to get close until something unexpected happened. Fishcake, the Hokage says you have to prepare for your departure tomorrow for your mission, spoke Itachi, and Naruto's these words caused Mei to turn red with embarrassment, and got Naruto fuming with rage. But as soon as Itachi said those words he teleported away, not wanting to be on the receiving side of Naruto's punches. Get back here, you bastard! Naruto yelled as it echoed through the whole village the next morning. Naruto was just finishing up putting the remainder of his gear and storage seals to take with him on his mission to the Hidden Mist. To be honest, he didn't know how long it would take, nor did he know how difficult it would be. But currently he wasn't thinking about any of that, he was thinking about his siblings. Naruto never enjoyed leaving them over an extended period of time because he really enjoyed being around them. Naruto had sealed the last of the items he'd be needing and would now be heading out to go meet up with Mei and the other Mist rebels to go take on Yagura. He was going to slip out of the window and be on his way, but he quickly decided against it because for all he knows this might be the last time he sees his family. So Naruto walked down the stairs to find a note on the table. He picked it up and examined the writing, and it appeared to be from his mother and father, and it read, Dear Naruto, your father and I along with the triplets will really miss you, and we really wish we could be there to say goodbye to you in person, but the daimyo came to the Hokage Tower before you woke up in a surprise visit, and so being the Hokage's wife I too must attend and be at your father's side. I took the triplets because I dislike it when they are alone and fear an attempt might be made on their lives. But that is besides the point. I really do hope you have a safe journey to the Mist Village and are able to return to all your family and friends. Goodbye for now. Kushina Uchiha Chapter 6. Okay, little heads up, I forgot the ages of the characters, so just to make it easy, Naruto will be 23 and his siblings will be 15 ITLLB when the Chunin exams are happening for Team 7 originally in canon. A man who resembled the once great shinobi Madara Uchiha could be seen walking down a dirt path towards the Hidden Leaf Village. The man in question looked to be very easy on the eyes in terms of looks. He looked about 6 feet 2 inches or maybe even a bit taller. But the one thing that set him out the most was his blackish blood-red hair, and wore a high-collared Uchiha shirt. This man was known as Naruto Uchiha. He was returning to his home after so long. Naruto had been in the Hidden Mist fighting the tyrannical rule of the 4th Mizukage, who had been purging his own shinobi and killing innocent people. Of course, with the combined efforts of Konoha and the Mist rebels, the Mizukage was overthrown and the Land of Water liberated. Naruto himself was very anxious to get back to the Hidden Leaf to see his friends and family, but to also mourn the losses of his deceased kin too. Back when Naruto was off fighting, his father sent him a letter that the Uchiha tried to start a coup against the village. The clan's leader Fugaku was very much aware of this coup and formed a loyalist branch of the clan to try and fight back. The loyalists and Konoha were able to eliminate the traitors, but not without loss. Fugaku fell in battle along with a third of the loyalist faction, greatly reducing the remaining Uchiha's power. Of course, the clan is now being led by Naruto's good friend Itachi. He continued down the dirt path, getting closer and closer to the village gates, and his mind was focused now on what he heard back in the land of water. The rebels there told him that the fragile peace between Konoha and the Hidden Stone might very well end. The Hidden Stone had been mounting an army of shinobi near the Konoha border, and have also sent some shinobi inside Konoha's borders to scout terrain and map out the surrounding area. He knew if this kept up, people like Danzo would want to attack the Hidden Stone, and that could very well lead to another shinobi war. Naruto's conscience was put to ease because he knew that as long as his father remained in the Hokage's seat, he wouldn't allow any fighting to occur between the two villages. Finally, Naruto arrived at the front gates and was greeted by two very familiar faces. In front of him were his old classmates Suzumo and Kotetsu. Both the guards were a little cautious of him at first, but as he got closer they immediately recognized him. "Yo, Naruto! How have you been? We haven't seen you for a long time," spoke Kotetsu. "Yeah, how was the fighting in the land of water?" questioned Izumo. "It was very rough. Of the few Konoha shinobi dispatched, I was the only one to survive," Naruto answered. Both Izumo and Kotetsu remained silent, so it was now Naruto's turn to break the ice. "What have you two been up to all this time?" "Well, after you left, we retook the Chunin exams and passed, and then got assigned here, and we're now in charge of who gets to come in and leave the village," answered Kotetsu. "Yeah, we were even here for when your siblings went on their first mission a year or so back," continued Izumo. "That's good to hear. I'm going to see them when I'm done here." "I'm afraid you can't do that, Naruto. You see, they're on a mission right now over in the Sand Village, so you will have to wait until they get back," Izumo said. "Understandable." Naruto was about to continue inside the village when Izumo spoke up again. "Oh, and Naruto, what happened to that girl you left with?" "You mean Mei? She stayed in the mist to become the next Mizukage and govern the land." Naruto showed a frown when asked this sort of question. The gate guards nodded their heads, not wanting to anger Naruto, and let him continue on with his day. Naruto was now headed to the Hokage building to discuss with his father about what happened in the mist, and what he has to report. Hokage's office. Minato had various photos and intelligence reports scattered all along his giant desk, all of which were about the Hidden Stone's movements in the last year, and where they are mounting their military forces. Inoki has got to be the most stubborn person in the elemental nations, mounting an army at Konoha's doorstep, and for what purpose? Revenge, to show off, thought Minato. Either way, Minato looked at the problem. Things were getting out of hand, and something needed to be done. It was at this time Minato got an idea. He'll call a council meeting and as a village decide what to do. Just as Minato finished his thinking, he got a knock on the door, in which he then took to his seat, straightened out the papers on his desk, and asked them to come in. But what came in through the door surprised him to no end. "My God, is that you, Naruto?" "Hello, father, it's been a while." "Indeed it has. I trust everything went smoothly in the mist." "It did. We succeeded in taking down the tyrant Yagura." "That is good to hear. And what happened after you left the Hidden Mist?" "Mei took over as the running Kage. But that's not the only thing that came out of this mission." "And what would that be?" asked Minato. "The Hidden Mist had requested an alliance be made between our villages, and if a conflict erupt between the Hidden Stone and Konoha, they would assist us." "This is very good to hear. Come, Naruto, I want you to come with me to the council chambers. I am about to hold a meeting and would like to hear what you have to say." "Okay, father." In the council chamber 10 minutes later. "I have summoned you all here for one reason, and that is the advancement of the Hidden Stone village on our border, and what we as a village should do about this," spoke Minato. "Lord Hokage, I believe that we should respond to this by going to war with the Hidden Stone village. We have the backing of the Hidden Sand village. The Hidden Cloud will most likely not side with the enemy due to their village's weakened state because of the loss of their Kage, and the Hidden Mist is also dealing with internal affairs as well." This would give us the perfect opportunity to take out the land of rock from the equation and consume their territory for ourselves," said Danzo. "No, I will not have a repeat of the Third Shinobi War as long as I can prevent it. I believe that we can settle our differences with a peace talk and or 5 Kage summit to convince or scare the Hidden Stone into withdrawing their forces from our border," responded Minato. "Very well." Danzo spoke with some hostility in his voice. "I too believe a peace talk can be very beneficial, Lord Hokage. It'll show the Hidden Stone that we as a village are really seeking honest peace through our negotiations," said Shikaku. "I second that, Lord Hokage," spoke out Inoichi. Many more in the room spoke up, saying that they support Minato's idea for a 5 Kage summit or a peace talk rather than attacking the village. Of course, some people such as Danzo were very anti-peace and saw this as an opportunity to take down the Hidden Stone for good. Everything seemed to be in order in the council chambers, and some started to get up to leave when all of a sudden Hayashi Hyuga spoke up. "Lord Hokage, what if the mist were to get involved again?" "He's right, the mist does present sort of an unknown variable. Everyone knows they are locked in a civil war, but it could let up any time, leading a new tyrant to lead the mist's ninja," continued Shikaku. "I assure you, Hayashi and Shikaku, nothing will come of the mist in a long time," said Minato. "And how can you be so sure?" spoke Danzo. "Because my son has just returned from there." Sounds of murmurs went out through the whole council chamber of the Hokage's eldest child's return until Minato silenced the room by summoning him inside. Most people in the room were shocked to see what kind of man Naruto had grown to become, some like Itachi the Uchiha clan head and Tsunade the Senju clan head even getting up to greet him. "But what has this boy learned in the hidden mist that not even our best spies know of?" questioned Danzo. Naruto looked at his father for approval of discussing his findings with the rest of the council, and Minato just nodded his head. "I was dispatched by the Hokage to help the rebellion in the hidden mist take back the land against the tyrant Yugura. We were there for a few years, enduring the worst, when we got lucky and were able to overthrow Yugura. Later a good friend took over the mantle of Mizukage and now requests to form an alliance with the Leaf," explained Naruto. Various council members nodded their heads in response, some smiling of the good news. "Lord Hokage, as a village elder, I must say we should attack the Hidden Stone now. We now have the backing of 2 hidden villages and could easily take the dash," Danzo was saying before he was interrupted. "No, Danzo, war must be avoided at all costs," Minato yelled. "Of course, Lord Hokage," spoke an angered Danzo. "Okay, all this Hidden Stone stuff aside, do we as a council need to take anything else up while we are all here?" asked Choza. It was Itachi's turn to speak. "Yes, we need to discuss what to do for the upcoming Chunin exams and which villages would be attending." "Good point, Itachi. All we know so far is that the Hidden Sand and the Hidden Rain and Waterfall, along with the new village, the village hidden in the Sound, are the only ones sending shinobi over to compete," spoke Tsunade. Naruto left the chamber after the council started to bicker about the Chunin exams and what to do with them, and plus he wanted to see if he could pay his mother a visit and see if his siblings had returned from their mission. Uzumaki Uchiha household. Naruto walked in to see his mother preparing food when all of a sudden she spoke up. "Have a seat, Naruto, and I'll make you something to eat," she spoke as her hair began to form into 9 tails. Naruto, not wanting to get killed, decided to try and talk his way out of this mess. "Mom, what's gotten into you? I didn't even do anything wrong." "Oh, you know what you did? Going to a damn meeting before coming home to see your worried mother." "I am sorry, the meeting was very important and Naruto spoke as he backed up. "Oh, don't try and talk yourself out of this one, Naruto. You're going to take this beating like a man." Kushina cocked back her fist and swung with all she had. This, of course, knocked Naruto straight through the roof of the house and flying through the village. The mission roof. Team 7 coming back from another successful mission from the land of rice, delivering a message for a local leader, spoke Kakashi. "Well done, Team 7, that's your 8th completed C rank this month," said Irika. "Yeah, we're awesome," yelled Menma. "Quiet, Menma," scolded his sister Naruko. "You too, I'm trying to see what mission we'll get next. I hope it's one that'll be to the land of honey, it's always so nice there," said Mito. "Nobody cares me dash." Menma began before a body smashed through the roof. Naruto could be seen on the floor in a pile of rubble, shaking a little here and there. "Big brother, is that you?" yelled Mito. Yep, that's him, spoke Naruto, fact palming.